light sources. Then there's this image of an artfully lit astronaut. Conspiracy cheerleaders claim if he really was standing in the shadow of the moon module, you wouldn't be able to see him so clearly.
You know what? Let's do parallel shadows first.
How do you want to test it?
Oh, I think we should do a large miniature because we can test the placement of all the various elements. It's kind of a complex thing.
And we need a lot of control over those elements.
Exactly.
All right, let's do it.
So, first up, the guys need a single, super-sized light source to stand in for the sun.
Hey, I'd like to introduce you to your son.
Over here, I look like one of the aliens in Close Encounters.
That's the solar. Now for the lunar. Cue the build montage, because JD's making a move.
I've got a good first start on my lunar set. It's just spandex and, let's see, Portland cement with a little bone black, which is basically black powder.
That could not be better.
What do you say we turn on the lights and see what our shadows look like?
Yeah, let's see the light. Let's turn it around. Spinning around. Watch your eyes. What do you think?
Works for me.
We've had the lights, and there's been plenty of action. So where's the...
This is the camera that we're going to use. It's a Hasselblad that's very similar to the one that was used on the moon, except that we put a digital feed out the back so that we can look at the images in real time on a monitor and make comparisons to the original shots.
All right, with our sun in place, man, in addition to looking totally freaking awesome, it's pretty clear here with the ship and the rocks both on a flat surface that their shadows are totally parallel.
And that is what the myth proponents say the NASA photo should look like. Instead, you can see the rock and landing module shadows are in different planes.
Now we need to figure out what it would take to make them not parallel.
Yeah, let's play the topography underneath it and see what we get. Conspiracy theorists say there's only one explanation for this. Two light sources. And since there's only one light source on the moon, that's the sun.
That's really kicking it forward.
This has to be shot in a studio. We're positing that it's the topography of the moon causing these shadows of the rocks to look like they're not parallel, but in fact they are, and that's what we're trying to indicate here. It's all just about adjusting this directly to the light.
What Adam and Jamie have done is simply give the miniature lunar landscape some realistic contours and imperfections.
That's perfect.
Is it?
Yeah.
And the shadows appear to move out of their parallel path. And Adam, happy,
Dude, you said it was perfect.
takes a snap.
Taking the shot. So we can hear what you're saying. You're saying, but you guys replicated the moon shot on a set and your special effects artists. In fact, you're exactly the guys they would have hired to do this kind of thing in the first place. That's not the point. The point is we're addressing the specific claim by conspiracy theorists that this photo has only one explanation, and that's two light sources. We've demonstrated here two shadows which are parallel from a single light source, which we've made look far off parallel using only the topography that they're sitting on.
And I guess that means it's busted.
Totally busted. You can achieve shadows that do not look parallel from a single light source.
In a vacuum, stay puffed spacemen don't stay puffed for long.
That's what happens to you in space if you don't have a spacesuit.
Oh, it's like a raisin. Well, as much as I love busting out the vacuum chamber, what does the marshmallow astronaut have to do with the moon?
Okay, well, as we know, the surface of the moon is a vacuum. And some of the conspiracy theories contend that the moon landing footage is fake, because some of the things that they did are impossible to do in a vacuum.
That's right. There's the one theory about the flag. A lot of people think it looks like it's flapping in the wind. Now, that would be impossible in a vacuum because no air, no wind.
Someone actually told me a good one about the footprints. The idea is that the astronauts could leave such distinct footprints on the moon because there's no moisture in a vacuum, and the moisture is what hold the footprint together.
So how are we going to test this one? I think we're going to need a bigger vacuum.
And like way more marshmallows.
These vacuum theories are some of the more convincing in the conspiracy canon. After all, it appears logical that the breeze that fluttered the flag just couldn't be there on the moon. And anyone who's taken a walk on a beach knows only wet sand leaves a definite footprint. So with no moisture on the moon, then these images must be fake.
Okay, so we're going to have to replicate the conditions of the moon as close as possible here on Earth.
we're going to get are the vacuum chambers in Alabama at NASA.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to go into the vacuum chamber. So the experiments that we make, they're all going to have to be operated remotely.
Okay, well, I'd like to do the flag test and build it to the original NASA specifications, and then figure out some way to turn it like the astronauts did.
All right, well, I'm going to take care of the footprint bit. I was wondering if you could help me with an experiment to demonstrate the whole theory behind the spin.
Boys, don't fight. Playing need to go rounds.
Outside M7, Tori sets up the demo with the closest thing he can find to lunar dust. Actually, it's plain old sand, one half of which Tori moistens.
Now, conspiracy theorists say that this clean of an imprint is impossible because you need moisture, and since there's no moisture on the moon, this cannot happen. Now, I'm going to demonstrate what they're talking about with the sand here. I have dry sand and I have wet sand. We're going to have Carrie put on a moon boot and a moonwalk. Okay, so the answer is no. She's going to step in both, and we're going to see what kind of impression is left behind.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. All right, do the wet. The wet sand is definitely cleaner than the dry sand.
Yeah, you've got some really good hard lines in the wet sand.
Yep, the moisture makes the difference. Without it, the imprint is indistinct and nothing like Buzz Aldrin's famous boot print.
All we need to do is go to the moon. Try this for real. I'm just kidding. We don't have the budget.
To the moon, Tori! To the moon!
Later.
Adam and Jamie line up a laser on the moon. But first, taking a photo. There's more fake photo theories, and Cary Grant and Tori let loose at NASA.
Single Adam Summer is a flavorful wheat beer. It has a very nice spice note.
It has a little lemon zest and a historic brewing spice called Grains of Paradise.
It's citrusy lemonade.
Same Adam Summer Ale, so it totally reminds me of summer ale.
What is the toaster saying?
He keeps talking about the new $3 toasty bullets from Quiznos and their 5 mouth-watering recipes.
And how does that make you feel?
Hungry.
New $3 toasty bullets, Quiznos. Toasty.
It's about being on their side.
Sandy Garza, Nationwide Insurance.
When somebody comes in, their objective is not so much to increase what they're paying. They think, well, I want to lower my cost. We do what we call an on-your-side review, and we can consult with them about how they can do things to save money by taking advantage of discounts. We try to save them money. I mean, we really do.
Get the On Your Side review and save. Call Nationwide Insurance today.
My name is Sandy Garza, and I'm on your side.
Deadliest Catch, Tuesdays at 9. It's all new on Discovery. Shark Week starts Sunday, August 2nd at 9. It's all new on Discovery.
Across the web, there's a host of hoax theories claiming NASA faked this footage. And a ton of TV covering the conspiracy claims. But no one has actually taken the time to test them. Until now.
The next task in our moon myth-busting is this photo here. What conspiracy theorists say is that he's too well lit. You can see him clearly, yet he's in this black shadow of the lamp. There's only one light source on the moon. That's the sun. Conspiracy theorists claim there must be a second one making him